What? Why not?
No sound. Carl said no sound.
Really?
Hold on a minute.
It says we have sound.
Well, they can't hear us. Check, check, check. Oh, whoa.
That wasn't.
Are you sure?
Yeah. How about now? Can you hear me now? Hello, hello?
Oh, now I think they can hear us. So we were just talking to ourselves for like past a minute.
Well, you know.
Hey, there we are. Okay, so.
I don't know what the hell the deal was with that. I didn't actually change anything.
Okay, so let's back it up and start over. Okay, so we basically said, hello to everybody that is watching. You know, Tiffany, Cindy's watching, Claire's watching, Christy's watching, the good captain. I said the good captain. And then what did you say, honey?
Huh?
What did you say when I said?
I said every time we talk about the good Captain Carl, I feel like I need to get up and do the Captain Morgan stance. But you know,
how good is your balance is the question. Because if you did the Captain Morgan stance at the beginning of the show, you might have success. But the end of the show, after all the beer, I don't know about that.
Well, that depends on how many times you change subject.
Oh, Gotcha. Anyways,
what's up, Charles?
You know, I come by it honestly.
I know you do.
So do my children.
I know you do.
So do my children.
I know, and it drives me nuts.
Hi, Charles. Charles is watching. Hello, Charles.
It's okay. I love you anyway.
I'm pretty damn lucky that you do, because sometimes I'm just like...
It's really not that... You come by that easily. So, moving right along.
So, back to the weekend. Oh, my God. That was a... If anybody missed Darkness Tavern Friday night, if you need a good laugh, go back and watch it. There was all kinds of stuff. We went from dead bodies to necrophilia to coroners to coroners watching it and enjoying it. I don't know.
Finger bones.
The finger bones. I mean, it was a hoot. It really was a hoot.
And it was all really and truly paranormal based, not just grotesque.
Yeah, it was pretty grotesque at times.
It was grotesque, but not just grotesque.
And I swear to God,
it had its roots in the paranormal.
I struggle with getting through stories, but because of Max and you and Jake, it took a long time to get through the story about the finger bone.
Well, I mean, we couldn't let that one lie.
Oh, man, I was beat red, too. I was beat red.
Go back and watch the replay. It was funny. Speaking of Darkness Tavern, we have the next one mapped out, and it's going to be a blast, too. We're going to have...
Oh, yeah, leaky boobs, too.
Yeah, I can't forget that.
And the good boob and the bad boob.
Yeah. So we've got the next Darkness Tavern lined out and mapped out. We're going to be here again with Darkness Tavern September 19th. That one's a Saturday instead of a Friday.
We have a very special guest on.
We do. Miss Lena is going to be here, and she's going to be, it's the weekend before her birthday, so we're going to be having an extra little celebration.
And celebrate. There's not coffee in this, guys, by the way. There is my lovely drink
coconut crap.
It's not crap. It's delicious.
It's coconut pea.
It's delicious. Anyways,
okay.
So I am using my amazing coffee mug for that this evening. Hey, Ben's watching, and Claire must have got her phone working. Yay! It's always a panic when the phone isn't working.
I know, right?
Yeah. But anyways, so we're going to celebrate Lena's birthday on the show for Darkness Tavern. That's awesome. 4 hours that goes by so fast.
And she's going to bring her crystal ball and her coin set and her cards, and she's going to do all kinds of readings for all of us all night long, and we're going to talk about ghosts and all kinds of crazy crap.
And don't be surprised if we have technical issues, especially with
her
Lena,
being here in person.
Especially with Lena.
It never fails. But we'll
get through it.
Me and Max and Jacob here will be able to get them sorted out. I hope. So.
Jacob's like just God. He's so smart.
Yeah.
That dude is like a whole. Jamie and I look at each other like, okay, this is above our heads now. So.
Did you put lime in your coconut?
Oh, my God. I just saw that, Carl. No, I did not. I put lime in the H2O, though. I put lime in the water. Oh, I need to stop bouncing my leg. I was aware that I was doing it just now. Anyways, put the lime in the coconut. Is that a commercial song? What is that from?
It's a song of some sort. I know. I think it was Captain Carl made a Facebook post about it here not too long ago. It was an actual picture of a split coconut with a lime sitting in it.
Nice.
It was
nice.
Something. One of those deals. If you're old enough to get this, we can be friends or something like that.
Well, Carl, I hope we can be friends because I didn't know where that originated from. So I think he'll.
But you knew the tune.
I did. I'd say yeah. So I'm halfway there, right? I'm halfway there. So I got to say, yesterday I found sick enjoyment in watching a poor fly get caught in a glass of water, and like I was literally thinking in my head,
wow.
"Help me! Help me! Help me!"
Wow.
Hey, David. David's watching.
What's up, David?
Yeah, so I got some sick enjoyment of watching that poor fly. I have no,
and that's a drink for me.
Yeah, I have no pity for flies, though. Like, I enjoy killing them. It's like the only thing and mosquitoes. I don't mind killing mosquitoes. I will run the other direction for a snake, though. Screw killing it, I will run the other way.
I think that's another drink.
Yeah. So anyways, has anything creepy happened to you lately?
Well, I was just chatting with a young man that I know from other acquaintances about some weird stuff going on with one of his friends. That is really interesting, and it has a lot of familiar rings and tones to it. A lot of familiar ring tones, I guess. Now,
put the lime in the coconut.
Bad play on words.
Put the lime in the coconut.
Yeah, so I mean, there's that, but I can't think of anything in the house here that's happened spooky. I did have some weird stuff at work.
Do tell if you can.
It was at the office. I don't think.
Speaking of the office, guess who I got a glimpse of today?
Who?
Your coworker with the eyes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. And I honked the horn, hoping he would like come over so I could meet him / look at him. But he was like bolting to his car. So
he just did 3 12-hour shifts in a row.
Well,
he's on his way home, and he lives in Tulsa. So
no, he wasn't on his way home. He was on his way to something because he put he put a thing on the report well after 8. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So yeah, he was on a man on a mission. Let me tell you. Yeah, this coworker we have, I won't mention names, but I haven't gotten to meet him yet because of the pandemic. And this in particular person, like their eyes are like, how should I haven't, you've seen him.
Yeah.
Her, him, the person.
They look like, they make jokes. When I ask this person about their eyes.
Hell of a nice guy, it sounds like, though. Or girl.
They with their eyes. I asked this person. Everyone is bugging me. I have to ask: have you had surgery on your eyes or something? Because this person's eyes appear like demon black.
Ooh.
And they're just really kind of unnerving to look at.
I don't know that I could actually make eye contact.
He's a very pleasant person. Amazing to have conversations with, fun, but his eyes are demon black.
I'm telling you.
And he said, no. He laughed and said, no, I get that a lot. No. He just said, they're just really big and really dark. He said, sometimes I do really kind of try to, creep people out by saying, well, I had something wrong with my eyes and I had to have an eye transplant. They put deer eyes in my head.
Oh my God.
Something like that.
But
he's actually had people fall for that. But
you're serious? Yeah. Well, it wouldn't surprise me. I mean, and okay, just saying, he works at night, and I'm just saying, I honest to God don't know if I could be in the same room with just him. I don't know if I could handle it.
No. Hell of a nice guy.
I'm sure he's a great guy. I haven't gotten to meet him, but I'm going out and basing my, judgment here on what you're saying. I try not to judge people, but it's just seeing a picture of the eyes. It's very.
So Claire in their new house has seen a kid run but all the kids were in bed. So
Oh.
that's interesting.
That's really interesting. I wonder, maybe in their new house there's a kid like how there was in our house and now our new house, right?
Yeah.
Could be.
Could be.
Yeah, so anything else going on?
No, I'm just really looking forward to September 19th. That's going to be a lot of fun. And then we've got some other stuff coming up, kind of in the works for later on up in November that I'm really, really looking forward to.
Yes.
It's going to be an absolute blast. Not really quite ready yet to give out any details on it.
Divulge information.
But that'll be forthcoming because that'll be forthcoming as soon as we can put the information out because I want you guys to, if at all possible, be available because it's going to be fun.
Yes. Oh my God,
You
yes.
know, it's going to be, I will say this, it is going to be on Black Friday. So if you're not a Black Friday shopper and you need something to do to keep busy that night while all the Black Friday shoppers are out of the house, if there even is a Black Friday this year, I don't know.
I don't know.
But
It should be called the Rona. It should be called
the.
the. It should be called the Rona Friday.
Maybe so. But so that's going to be a lot of fun. We're really looking forward to that one. We will get details on that out just as soon as we can. On other fronts, we also are making headway on our new slogan contest. If I can find that, there it is. So I'm going to switch over to a different view here. If you would like a limited edition Darkness Live t-shirt, if you would like a chance at a limited edition Darkness Live t-shirt,
I want one.
well, you're going to get one,
I
and
want
I'm going to
one.
get one, and only one other person is going to get one. And to get one, they have to give us ideas. To get the chance for one, they have to give us an idea for a new slogan. Because don't be afraid of the dark is
That
kind of
was taken.
stupid.
No, that was taken like. No, Are You Afraid of the Dark was taken back in the 90s, not Don't Be Afraid of the Dark. That's right. It was Are You Afraid of the Dark. I'm sure a lot of people on here remember that show on Nickelodeon. Are You Afraid of the Dark? And then they blow out the match, you know? I still remember those episodes.
Yeah.
Still remember those episodes.
On the Darkness Live Facebook page, at the top of the page, there is a pinned post about this. It is our slogan contest. There's no limit on how many times you can enter. Just let your creative mind run wild. You can either post it as a comment or message us on the Darkness Live page.
Yes.
And on August 31st, I think, is the close of the contest, and then we will we're going to just sit down and sort them all out and pick a new slogan, and the winner gets a limited edition, one-of-a-kind Darkness Live t-shirt. Well, okay, not one of a kind, one of three.
3 of a kind.
Yes. So, because Stephanie gets one, and I get one, and you get one if you win.
Whoever you may be. Ooh.
So,
Right.
yeah. We will also be having, eventually,
Message from the dark side there is.
okay, so on this, before I get into that, on the what you see in the
Question marks.
the question marks, that's where the slogan will go, the brand new slogan, and you will get your name credited on it. So, and it'll be just a 3-off print. So that'll be awesome. The next thing that we've got going, let me
So get the creativity wheels going, right? Get the creativity flowing and send us your slogans. We've gotten a few entries, and they're actually pretty
yeah,
good.
they're really good.
Actually pretty good. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Oh, are we gonna get those going
And
as
so,
well?
yes, we will. I have these sourced. Well, I'll have them all sourced. But we're gonna be starting to have our swag out soon. I had an idea. Oh, well, I'll get into that in a minute. But I need a drink on that.
That was on you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm rubbing
Gotta
off
keep
on
me
you.
honest here. Okay, so our Darkness Live T-shirts will be available for sale sometime very soon. I'm shooting for the end of August, and when that comes available,
Put in your orders.
Yeah, we will. We'll get the information out to you. But as for my idea that I really, really liked, I think we need to get like beer glasses with the Darkness Live logo and the new slogan on them.
Oh, that'd be really
And I think we need to give those out as gifts to people that are here for Darkness Tavern.
Yes. I love that idea.
Because we're not going to always have people here in studio besides, us five. But when we do, I think we need to. That would be really cool.
I'm liking where this is going.
And it would have to be a special edition, because we could sell them on the website too. But we need to. Yeah, I like it.
I like it too. Carl said the clock is ticking.
All right, Carl. So, did you have anything else?
I don't think so. I'm excited about tonight. It's going to be
Yes.
really great conversation. I've said this before, and I'm sure I'll say it multiple times. It always amazes me how we can just meet somebody one time or two times and just instantly have that connection, and they're just part of our tribe. That's how I feel about these people. These two are incredible.
Yeah, and they are. I mean, in this story behind their store, Oak Grove Mercantile, is amazing. It's really.
Tell it.
Huh?
We'll let them tell it.
Well, there's a little bit here that I was going to go through. Reading to introduce them, but it's an inspiring story. It's not just witchy and paranormally cool. It's an inspiring story as well.
Well, what are we
our
waiting
special
for?
guests tonight are Pamela and Courtney from Oak Grove Mercantile, and let me get my screen set up here, because I have a little slideshow of their stuff.
Ooh.
Actually,
yes.
Before we do that, we're going to go with this.
That totally captures
I know, right?
Like that picture right there, just completely.
Special guests tonight, Pamela and Courtney of Oak Grove Mercantile. They started Oak Grove Mercantile in 2019. And there is a really cool story behind it that Pamela sent me, and I'm going to share that with you right now. Oak Grove Mercantile was started in the summer of 2019 as a means of rehabilitation. Pam suffered from a stroke at the age of 36. She needed something to do to regain dexterity in her right hand. She started devoting more focused energy into her hobbies that she's had over the years: soap making, wellness, herbalism, and design. From there, it evolved into a passion project of creating wholesome products to nourish and heal. I can't talk tonight for some reason. I've become so much more aware of what I put in and onto my body since making a recovery, and I want to bring that same awareness to others in the form of thoughtfully crafted products, says Pamela. Oak Grove Mercantile's mission is to create nourishing products that feed the soul and skin. They use rich, high-quality ingredients that offer better alternative to commercial soaps. Quit shaking your leg. You're moving my microphone.
Sorry.
Better alternative to commercial soaps and personal care items. Everything is small batch and completely unique and prepared with intent and affection.
Oh, that's cool.
So yeah, this is going to be a really cool interview. They're just really cool people, and really quite well, as you guys will see, amazing. So.
Yeah. Well, let's call them.
All right, let's
get them on the phone.
Let's get them on here.
Oh yeah, I should probably put both ears in, huh?
Hello.
Hello.
Pamela, good
Hey.
evening.
How's it going?
It's
How are you,
going-
Courtney?
Doing well.
Good. Awesome.
Oh my gosh, thank you guys so much for being on, first off. Second off, your stuff is incredible. Oh my God, the stuff you make is just, I want it all. Obviously, when we met you, and I just wanted everything that you even made. Like, I just wanted to take the whole booth and bring it home with me.
No, I'm glad you guys dig it. I'm glad everybody else kind of digs it. It's, it's funny because it's like I'm making all this stuff and I don't really expect anybody to like it except for me. And then, when I hear people like it, I'm like, what?
Well, it's amazing. I mean, the slideshow we had up of the photos that you sent us, some of that stuff I was actually having a problem with because it looks so good. I actually want to eat it. It looks like a dessert.
Yes.
Dude, okay. So, funny thing, we actually had to put a disclaimer on some of our soap, the ones I had the orange slices, because someone kept saying, oh, can you eat it? Like, can you take the orange slices out and put them in a drink? And I wanted to be like, what is wrong with you? That's not times to say to someone, but yeah, it's a little weird. It's like the McDonald's thing of like, don't spill this in your lap. Pay attention.
Right. It's like you've got to
Our
make the
recent problem, the problem she's running into recently is all of her crystal candles with all the various items on it. We have customers that are constantly like, well, it's too pretty to burn. It's too pretty to burn. So we're like, well, we can make you an ugly candle.
I'm like, I don't know how to fix that. I'm sorry.
That's awesome.
That is awesome. And I will say that the candles that I ended up with from you guys smelled freaking incredible. And they were gone way before I wanted them to be. They were gone. Oh my God. Although I will say
we do still
the
have
Samhain
yeah.
candle is specifically for Samhain, just so you know, Pamela and Courtney. And so that we still have because we only will use it for Samhain. So
that's awesome.
There is that. I love that candle. That purple is
That's
just
awesome.
deep, and it's just we should have brought it out here. We didn't. We did bring out your smudge spray. I did bring out your. Do you still sell that?
The what one? The smudge spray?
Yes.
We do. I don't have it on the store. I'm probably going to call it something different, even though I'm partially indigenous.
Right.
Some people are very like, you can't say smudge, you can't say this, you can't use sage. So we're probably going to call it something different. So that's one of those things. Like we have like the sacred smoke wands that we used to call smudge wands, and those are on there. But I need to make more of the sage spray. But that's one of those things where I'm like, what kind of PC thing can I call it? And then Courtney is part Cherokee, I'm part Chickasaw, and so we're looking at each other like, do we have to be PC? Because, like, but people get so pissed off about it, and they'll, we've gotten messages from people, they're like, well, you can't say smudge, and I'm like,
what? Really?
But, yeah, but
wow,
I'm like,
that's sad.
so I get it, as someone that's indigenous, I think I have a different feeling. But I mean, some people that are indigenous, if they're offended by it, I don't want to, do that. So
Right.
We do still have it. I have a giant jar of it that's in like one of those big mega mason jars. But yeah, we'll probably put some on the store. I do have some Florida water spray too, because I make Florida water. I make
very
this
cool.
spray. Yeah. So
You make the Queen
of Hungary water. Yeah. That has like a
Ooh.
bunch of flowers and stuff like that in it.
So for anybody watching who is not familiar with what Florida water is, can you explain what that is?
Yep, Stephanie, you're cutting out a little bit.
Am I? Am I not talking loud
You always
enough?
seem to have this problem.
I know. Damn. So I ask it. So for any of the viewers watching that are not familiar with what Florida water is for, can you explain what it is and what you use it for?
Oh, so Florida water, it's used for spiritual cleansing. So you can use it like spraying it on your altar, spraying it on spiritual items, things like that, just to kind of cleanse. I mean, it's the same thing as like a salt spray or like using salt itself, things
Okay.
like that. So.
Cool. And what was the
And
other
it
thing you
also
said?
smells nice.
What was the other thing you said?
No, I said, and it smells nice. I mean, a lot of people used it for perfume, which is
Okay.
Yeah.
kind of fun. Yeah, because it has like jasmine flowers and all kinds of things like that in it.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's just was used for fragrance, colognes, things of that nature back when it was, from what I understand, originally kind of created.
Yeah, we've had a lot of people do like, is this actually water from Florida? And I'm like, no, I don't know why it's called Florida water. It just is. So.
I actually looked that up about 6 months ago, and I can't remember what it was now.
It's got something to do with that area. I just can't remember what it is off the top of my head.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
It's something about the murky kind of coloring or something like that.
Okay.
Like I said, I'm kind of at a loss for it
Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That seems to ring a bell. I can't remember. But just take a minute and just tell us a little bit more about yourselves.
You're pointing at me.
Ladies first.
Oh, yeah. Smart Alex. No, so I grew up in a spiritual pagan household. My dad wasn't, but my mom and my sisters and I, my sisters are witches. My mom was a Christian witch, which was sort of strange that we didn't follow down that path, I guess. But so growing up in my house was kind of like the movie Practical Magic, is what I tell people, without the murder and the resurrecting the dead sort of thing.
But the midnight margaritas and all that,
yeah, instead of midnight margaritas, we had midnight pancakes, which was fun. But yeah, I mean, it was cool. It was always around. I mean, we did a lot of like Native American, spirituality and things like that. So that was always just kind of part of my life. And I always made like candles and soap and junk like that. And so it was always part of my spiritual practice. But then once I had that stroke, which was crazy.
Oh my God, I can't even imagine.
What's that?
I can't even imagine.
I couldn't hear that.
Hang on.
Try again.
I said, Pamela, I cannot even imagine having a stroke at that age.
Still cutting out.
I
think your microphone's haunted. I think that's what it is.
You know what? Is it? No, I can't fit it in my mouth, right? Anyways, sorry, that was bad joke. That's what she said. No, back on track here. So, can you hear me now?
But yeah, so it was one of those things. Like I ended up having a stroke last year around June.
Oh my God.
And it was actually caused by my birth control, which is crazy. So if you ever have any sort of like numbness or tingling on one side, go to the doctor if you're on birth control. And so it was strange. Like I just couldn't use my right hand anymore. And then, got like confusion and things like that. And so I was kind of like, maybe I need to kind of slow down a little bit. So I slowed down at work and then of course I get a little restless and I can't sit still for very long, and Courtney's kind of smiling. So I was finally like, why don't I start taking up some hobbies? And I talked to a physical therapist, and they're like, anything you can do with your hand, like typing was kind of out, like even clicking a mouse and things like that. I had a hard time with it. It was crazy. And so I just started trying to knit again, because I have a lot of friends that are knitters, and I've never been able to knit. So I quickly threw that one away. I was like, no, I'm not doing this. This is dumb. And then, I got back into soap making and candle making and things like that, and just kind of slowly doing that every day, and rebuilt a lot of that strength that I had. So
that's incredible.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. And it was one of those things. After a while, I started making all these crafts, and Courtney's kind of like, where are we going to put all this? And I'm like, I don't know, because I was doing dream catchers and all this other stuff. And he's like, we have like 90 dream catchers. You got to slow down. He's like, we will never have nightmares again. So
we got into the whole trade show and farmers market out and all that, just kind of like a joke. I was like, why don't we just go sell all this stuff? And
we saw it as like a yard sale.
And essentially, it, like I said, it kind of started off as a joke. Like, well, we need to get rid of some of this crap, and then we.
It's like, wait, people buy this stuff.
But it was kind of fun, And then it's like it started out where I made a bunch of different stuff, like. I think it was mostly candles at first. I didn't really do soap at first.
Well, at first you did dream catchers, the wire jewelry.
Yeah. And then I got bored with that, and then I go to soap, and then I go to like hair care stuff, and that's the reason that we called it Oak Grove Mercantile. The funny thing is, I actually grew up in like a wooded area, like in Oak Grove. So people always think I'm from Oak Grove, Missouri, and I'm like, no. I know it's confusing. I'm sorry, but so we named it Oak Grove, and then Mercantile because like I didn't want to be pigeonholed into selling one thing. So I was like, let's have it to where we sell all kinds of stuff. So,
Right.
So we've kind of centered our business around the tarot deck that I've self-published. I was working on that for a long time.
Yeah, about 6 months.
Yeah. So that was a big labor of love. That was kind of fun. So because
that's really cool, by the way.
I do plan on getting your tarot deck at some point, Pamela. I want it so much.
Sorry, we're still trying to be able to hear you.
Hey, is that better?
Right now, no. What we're doing is we're reading the subtitles on the video while we're talking.
Maybe I'm not meant to talk. Well, shit.
She said she is planning on getting your tarot deck.
Nice.
Because it appealed to her.
Yes. Stupid Mike.
Cool.
It needs the blue pill, Jeremiah. It needs the blue pill. The mic does.
Oh man.
Oh shit! What am I gonna do? Can you guys can't hear me? Nope.
Well,
what?
try it now.
Is that any better? Is that any better?
It's a little better.
It's a little better. More. We can actually hear what you're saying.
Nothing will shut me up like a broken microphone. I said my broken microphone needs a little blue pill. It has a problem.
Did you hear any of that?
No.
Damn
no.
it. Looks
we
like,
can hear Jeremiah.
Looks like.
I don't know what. I don't know why it's.
I don't know. That's okay.
They're hearing this one just fine. Here, you talk through that.
Do. How about? Ooh, that's loud. How about now?
Yeah.
Oh, good. I was saying that figures, my microphone is broken. I said my microphone needs a little blue pill for it's got problems.
It was good and then it wasn't. I don't know if it's...
Oh, my God. I don't know.
I'm so sorry.
No, it's not your fault. It's not your fault.
Keep going. Keep trying.
Okay, so yes, Pamela, I have every intention of, and remember, I'm setting my intention of getting your tarot deck. I would prefer to be able to get it in person. So, like, eventually, when fairs are up and running again, we're gonna have to, collaborate and figure out a fair that we can both be at. Because I want to buy it from you. I don't want to order it offline.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So that is my plan.
We sell them at like conventions and stuff like that too. I can end up just, we know each other. I can mail you one.
I know. I guess I would totally. But then what I would do is I was like bring it to the fair that we were both at, and then you can we can go through it together. Like that's what I would do. That's what I would do. So I got to ask you, Pamela. So do you have an affinity for tarot decks? Like, do you have a bunch of different ones, or you just decided to make your own and that's what you use?
I don't have a bunch of different ones. I've always used the traditional Rider-Waite deck, the one that, I've had for the longest time.
Right.
I do a lot of, oracle cards and things like that, too. And then we've done, Courtney's getting into bone throwing and stuff like that, so.
Ooh.
Yeah, but the thing was, I made this to help my daughter, Grace, learn to read tarot, because she was kind of wanting to get into it. This wasn't something that she was really exposed to a lot when she was really young. She's my stepdaughter. And so she was like, I don't really know how to read. I don't know how to do all this stuff. I want to be able to read tarot and feel comfortable with it. And so she kept asking me questions, like when I was at work, she would send me texts and stuff like that. And then she was like, well, I feel like I'm bugging you. I'm like, you're not bugging me. So then I was like, well, what if I made you flashcards? Or something like that, and made it to where, you can kind of, because she's in AP classes, really, into books and stuff like that, so loves studying. So I was like, cool, why don't I go ahead and I'll just make you flashcards or something. But then never really got around to it, and then ended up doing this is a different version, because it was like it'd be nice to have something tactile, to where it's like she can refer to it rather than kind of look at the little booklet or like Googling things. Like, what does this card mean? So that's kind of how it came together. It was sort of for Gracie, and she's in the other room. I don't know if she hears or anything, but but it was really kind of just for her at first, and then as we made it, we were like, maybe other people would like this. Maybe it could help somebody else, because when I was a kid, I mean, I had my mom to bounce things off of and my older sister, Viv, but I didn't have anybody else really. Mm-hmm. And, I'm thinking back, not a lot of people grow up in really spiritually inclusive houses like I did. And I think I was really fortunate for that.
Oh, but, yeah.
Right.
It would be great to have a tool, I think, for some people who, feel kind of secluded from those resources. I mean, now, of course, we have the internet. I'm not going to say how old I am, but that wasn't really something that was, as easily accessible when I was a kid.
Pamela, this is a safe place. You can discuss your age. This is a safe space, my dear.
Pamela, I promise, however old you are, I'm older, so don't worry about it.
Well, I mean, it's like kids nowadays, I think it's almost the thing of there's too much information out there. Not that my resource is the best one to go to or anything, but I think there's a lot of misinformation and stuff that isn't really well researched and thought out.
Right.
Right.
It's just you've got 8 million different opinions, and it's just trying to dig through and figure out which one's right.
Oh yeah.
So I was trying to get something that's sort of unbiased, just based on research from the traditional sort of perspective of the Rider-Waite deck. Sort of this is what this traditionally means in this sort of bucketed sense. Now, I mean, you can branch off and as the meanings that are on the cards, I mean, they can be interpreted so many different ways. So we're actually coming up with a companion book, because people have been sending us messages well, what does this mean in this spread? And I'm like, oh, man.
And here comes the questions, right? Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Well, that is so...
I mean, expanding it out, I think, is going to be helpful. But it's cool, because it's we get a lot of messages from people of, hey, this has really helped me, and hey, this has opened my eyes. Or a lot of people have been, super sweet about it, saying that once they connected with their deck, they felt emotional and all this other stuff. So that's cool to be able to be a part of somebody's life like that. So,
oh yeah,
it's pretty neat.
Yeah. Especially if you have that, fundamental, the basic for them to get started on their own path, and you have a part in that. So a little part of you is going to be always with these people who, get the knowledge and stuff from your deck. That's so cool. And I have so much appreciation for the fact you put the stuff on the cards themselves, so you don't have to flip a card over and then go to the big book and then try to find the page and, and then forget what you're looking for half the time because there's so much information. And then you try to piece it all together. So I think it's really cool that you put it directly on the cards.
Yeah, we've had and it's not anything bad, but we've had some people who were kind of not liking the fact that it didn't have artwork, and we're just trying to figure out how to kind of balance that out. Where it's
Yeah.
It's a training deck. It's basically flashcards.
2 3/4 by 4 3/4.
Right.
Right.
But I mean, from that sense, I can understand that you have people that really enjoy the artwork and kind of visually relate. I'm forgetting my words right now, but
well, that's a big part of tarot. Is reading it, and you can dig a lot of things out of the imagery.
Right.
Yeah, I mean that's a lot of there's basically, my understanding of it, there's basically 2 ways to read tarot, which one would be going by the basic meanings of and symbolisms of the cards themselves, but then there's also intuitive reading, which that's where people like to see the artwork, because they get a lot out of the artwork intuitively.
Right.
And so I can kind of understand that, but still, it seemed like a wonderful tool just to get to know the meanings of the cards.
Hence why I want the deck.
that is handy regardless.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's like I was telling her, to me, tarot decks, because I come from a bit of an opposite upbringing than she did. Basically staunch Pentecostal bringing up, family religion. So my whole exploration of, what's the paganism, I guess, was basically it was me rebelling against all all of the oppression.
And look what your rebelling got you, Courtney.
So,
look at what your
mine was more of a dabbling in it, and then as a young teenager would do, is just forget everything, and I just want to get into this because it's not what that is. But then I started kind of getting into it, and I was like, well, there's more to it than that, So I actually took it more serious, as I progressed in age.
Well,
yeah, so you've kind of grown with it too.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah, and I'm sure that when you two came together, like Courtney, I'm sure that that really, I'm sure Pamela just totally like blew your mind with information and her path and everything, and it's like, holy shit, this is awesome. Here I thought I was rebelling against my parents when in reality I found my path. So that, that's kind of like Jeremiah and I, like we have different upbringings. Courtney, I was like you, going to church, Presbyterian, by the way, growing up, going to Sunday school and, church camp and all that stuff. I'll use the word stuff, not any other word. And you know what? No disrespect. My mother still goes. No disrespect. It's just not for me, And Courtney, I've got to ask you, because of my circumstance, did you ever, like, your family, do they know what you guys are into?
Oh, do they know that we're into this stuff now?
Yeah.
Kind of. I mean, I'm out of the broom closet with my family.
I love that, out of the broom. Can I totally? You need to make that one of your shirts, Pamela.
I totally should.
I'm out of the broom
I had
closet.
A long time ago, and that was something. It's like,
oh my God.
Out of the broom closet.
Speaking of shirts, show your shirt. Okay. Jeremiah has his shirt on. Pamela.
If I can get it on
the
camera
great
here.
indoors.
Yes,
Yep.
The great indoors.
Who would have known I would have been so subocular?
Yeah, I made that before quarantine because I'm just lazy and I don't like.
Yeah,
leaving the
yeah.
house. But now
And then I've got, like I said, I've got my mug. People, I do have the tank top with this same symbol on it. However,
the one witch and mother.
Yes, one witch and mother, and that is so appropriate for me because Pamela, our children will one day be where you're at, talking about how, Mom and Dad, like, we did all this craziness growing up, and, like, we learned to smudge things, and we learned to call upon the ancestors, and, because for Christmas, for Yule, or, whatever you want to call it, all the kids got their own oracle deck. And so they all, like to play with the oracle decks. And fortunately for me, all of the other parents involved are atheists, so they don't give a shit.
That's pretty fortunate then.
I know, right? I'm going, at least that we're instilling something in them.
Right.
But we're very, and I'm sure you guys are too with your kiddos, like, we're very open-minded as far as like, hey, if you guys want to study Buddhism, go for it. Whatever your path leads you to, we'll support you. So that's kind of where we're at with it. But yes, I absolutely love my coffee mug, and I love my travel coffee mug, and it goes with me. Well, I don't use it so much now since I quit drinking coffee, but it's still like my favorite mug ever. And I'm totally getting this tattoo on my body, by the way.
I was about to say, I heard a rumor that somebody is probably going to make that part with themselves permanently.
Yep. You guys want to see it? I don't know if everybody can see it, but yeah, it says one witch and mother. I absolutely love this design. Like, I'm serious. You guys will be on my body at some point.
Oh, I never noticed it. It has the death head hawk moth on it. I never noticed that.
Yes. It's not the goat head death moth. It's the death head hawk moth. I finally got it right. Oh my God.
Yeah, I remember watching her actually make that design and all that. Just sitting there, we were watching TV one night, and she was throwing things together. She's like, "What do you think of this?" It's like, "Oh my God, it's so awesome!"
It's so cool.
That is really cool.
Can you guys make, like, put this image on other things?
Can we put it on other things? Yeah.
Yeah, like, like a bag, or anything. I would totally have it on a purse, a bag, a t-shirt.
We had drawstring bags. We had a backpack. Like, there's a printing partner that we use through Etsy. And so we can throw it on just about anything. And I had
Towels.
yeah, you can do like a
Hell
pro
yeah.
blanket, all kinds of weird stuff. And so I had all this stuff up there for a while. But then I realized, like, man, I have a lot of crap on here, and it's going to take people forever to sift through this stuff. So I kind of circulated a lot. So if there's something special that you want, let me know.
Totally taking advantage of that statement there, Pamela. Totally going to be taking advantage and messaging you later. Be like, here's my list, okay? Tell me how much it's going to cost. Jeremiah's going, oh, shit.
Well, you can text it over. I don't mind.
Yes. I'm so excited about it.
It's like I will spend, I think it's like whenever, Courtney comes home from work, because I work from home now. He'll come home, and then I'll just be sitting there on my laptop farting around in like Illustrator or Photoshop or something, and I'll kind of turn the computer to him. I'm like, hey, what do you think of this? And that's mainly how most of those designs end up, is that, I was going to keep it sort of to like candles and soap and all these spiritual supplies, but I'm a graphic designer by trade, so I was like, I need to like keep doing something with that.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Like I just came up with a design that says big butt, so what? What's the other one?
Yeah, well,
One just says tacos a bunch of times.
Nice. Yeah, but when you
so there's always going to be weird stuff like that.
When you get your I'm out of the broom closet one, you just let me know and I will order one.
I'll do it.
They have to make special. They have to make a special run just for you.
But but so I do have a request. If you're gonna make it like I want mine like Jeremiah's, where it's a black T-shirt with the white on the front. Yes. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I always wear black. Like, and if I can help it, it'll be a David Bowie shirt. But it's a David Bowie shirt today, actually.
We have 3 colors in our wardrobe: black, dark black, and light black.
But there is the white tank top that has the One Witch and Mother.
There's that.
And then there is a yellow David Bowie shirt.
I do have a black version of that though.
Oh, hell yes.
I actually have it myself. I have the only one that I ever printed, and I was like, I wonder if people would want white more.
Oh my
I wear
God.
so much black though, so maybe
Well,
I should have black.
well, now you found your counterpart, because I want a black one too, Pamela. You know what? I'm just gonna send Jeremiah over for anniversaries, birthdays, Christmases, whatever holiday, and he can just order from you for me, because I just want everything that you guys make. And the candles, guys, I'm telling you, people watching, get on their shop and check out this stuff. It's incredible. It's handmade. She puts intention into it, and if we all know what that means, well, sorry, I was thinking about my big-breasted goddesses that I make for fertility, and I was just pausing when I thought about that, because, so when I make my goddesses with the big busts, it's for fertility, and bet you $10 bill that people who are drawn to them either are wanting a baby, are pregnant, or expecting like a grandbaby, or, something. So intention is everything, people. Intention is everything.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Totally is.
So how do you guys come up with your fragrances?
Well, that sort of...
Because they're incredible.
Well, that, and it's been mainly just like, what smells good to me, and then I'm always sort of like, hey, I need to give this to everybody else and put it out there in the ether, but, then I was kind of like, everything is sort of floral and vanilla-like and grapefruity and stuff like that. So then I started thinking, oh, well, I need to branch out. So I started like asking people what they liked, and it's funny because everybody loves tea tree.
Ugh.
I hate tea tree. I can't stand
Wow.
it. And it's just like I like the pepperminty sort of things. That stuff everybody goes crazy for that. And so it's funny, whenever I make our charcoal and tea tree soap, I'm so pissed off because the whole house will smell like tea tree, and I get so grumpy. And
That is a very invasive smell too.
God.
Oh my God, we can't. Like, after she runs a batch of the charcoal and tea tree, our house smells like tea tree for 3 to 4 days.
Oh my
afterwards.
God.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So I use this shampoo. Once I kind of like changed my diet and everything, I noticed like my scalp just itches. Okay. And so, Jeremiah was like, hey, you should get this stuff called tea gel, Neutrogena tea gel. And I'm like, okay, I'll give it a try. Well, there's actually like tar in this, and it literally smells like a mechanic shop, but I've kind of I have this weird affinity for the scent now. It's kind of strange, but I mean, it's just, but anyways, I've been told that tea tree is really good for your hair as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's really good. It's kind of like an astringent sort of thing. It's really, I mean, people have used it for medicinal qualities for the longest time. I mean, you can use it in like a floor wash, you know, all sorts of things like that, salves and stuff like that. I've heard that people use it as like a mosquito repellent, things like that. I've never done that.
Yeah.
But
I could see that.
it's so multi-purpose too. So, I mean, it's a great oil to have in your, you know, witchy cabinet.
If I was a mosquito, I would run the other direction too, Pamela.
Yeah.
I'm with you on that. I am not a fan of tea tree. I'm not a fan of it. I'm not a fan of peppermint either, actually.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't dig it.
Yeah, I know it repels me very well.
Right.
I love it.
But yeah, I mean, we'll come up with stuff like I'll test candles and stuff like that. Like we're actually testing one right now because our power is still out. We had a huge crazy storm roll through here. And so we're sitting here. It's kind of nice because everything's sort of spooky and dark and we have candles everywhere. So we're very in the mood for this right now. So it's fun.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I'll have to take a picture and send it to you. But I'm
Yes.
testing out one of these woodwick candles that we have in like a smaller jar because we just released our new intention candles. And they have these crackling woodwicks, which are really cool.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
that's
they're
awesome.
really fun, and it's working really well so far, and the scent throws pretty good. So
Yeah.
this one's like a wild rose scent, which is
Oh
pretty
my
cool.
God.
So.
It's all
Cool.
incredible, man. Esty and I, we had fun at your booth, just saying. And you know, the one thing I do regret not getting from you was your moon dream catcher. I remember it was white and it was like a moon and it had all kinds of cool stuff on it. And I just kept thinking, God, I want that on my wall. God, I want that on my wall. But I didn't get it. And I totally regret it to this day. You know?
Well, I'll have to send you some. Because, I mean, our new ones are cool. I found these jars. They're like these glass jars, and they have these clear glass domes that go over the top.
She's very
Ooh.
proud of him.
Ooh, I'm obsessed. And so we're
I
doing
would be
some like
too.
Halloween ones.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, because I'm just like a goth kid deep inside. And I'm trying to slowly let that come out now that I'm not working a corporate job anymore.
Oh, bro, we're
Hell
we're gearing up for the Halloween season.
Yeah, my hair's orange now, so
don't even get me started on the Halloween season. I literally took one of the girls to the mall yesterday and we went to Bath and Body Works and they totally released their fall collection. So, you know, of course they had the good sale on the hand soaps, the hand pump soaps, you know. And so I ended up getting the Halloween themed ones, which are really, really cool artwork on the bottles. Real quick before I forget, I do also remember you would make your own sage bundles with flowers in them.
Oh yeah, those are like our top sellers when we bring them out to.
Oh, they're beautiful.
Well, yeah, there's a couple of different stores around St. Louis and Illinois that we wholesale those with. And it's funny because I'll get a call from one of them like, hey, I need 40 of these by day after tomorrow. And I'm like, oh, shit. So, I mean, it's nice. Like, we basically live in the woods. You know, I grow a bunch of herbs and stuff like that. They're all back in my backyard. Like we have mint everywhere. I have a ton of sage and lavender and stuff. So I'm like, I can do that. It's just they're going to be a little squishy still. So you're going to have to like hang them upside down. So I have to send like instructions to people with them, you know, because like you can't just burn it right away when it's still fresh. But it is cool when it's fresh because then it looks like a bouquet.
Oh,
you know?
yeah. Like that would be like the perfect like wedding thing, you know, for all of the women in the line to hold instead of a bouquet. Just have a really pretty floral sage bundle. That'd be one hell of a way to start a marriage, right? Light them all up.
Yep.
There you go.
I didn't think about that. That would be pretty cool.
Hey, there's your new idea. Cater to hand fasting sage bundles. There you go. Do that.
That'd be pretty fun.
That's actually a really good idea.
Like a Samhain wedding, you know?
Yes. Oh my God, yes. You know, I'm just waiting for it because, so Pamela, you'll probably understand this. So I posted this thing on Facebook and it was basically like asking a bunch of questions like, have you been in the hospital? Have you been on a motorcycle? Have you been in, you know, all these questions. And it said, what's your favorite holiday? And I said, Samhain. And I'm just like waiting for somebody to be like, what's that? Then I noticed Jeremiah did it too, but he put Lunasa. What's your favorite Sabbath? What's your guys' favorite?
No, I totally knew what you were talking about. I was like, heck yeah. So I think I even answered that with the same one because I'm like, that's my favorite.
Right? So what is your guys' favorite? Is it Samhain? Is that your favorite?
That one's my favorite. Yeah, I
mean-
think that's your favorite too. And
You mean Sam Hain?
yeah,
Every time I think, how do I spell it? It's like Sam Hain, but it's like
So it's an inside joke with Courtney and I. We had I was selling all these cauldron candles last year. I had all these little mini cauldrons that I made.
I remember
those
were awesome.
too.
Yeah.
Yet again, I regret not getting one.
And mind you, we were selling these at non-Metaphiz events.
Well, yeah.
Wow.
Like, some of the different events we were doing, and we had some people come up. They're like, this lady in the most crazy Southern drawl, in a very loud voice, just, look, they got Sam Hain candles. And I'm like, oh.
Oh my God.
That's funny.
So we lost it laughing. Like, you don't want to make fun of someone, because we were trying to make
Right,
everything super
right.
inclusive, but at the same time, I was like, that was hilarious.
Oh, pagan humor. What can I say?
I mean, I know that the more we talk, the more we sound like we're we're doing a lot of really mean inside jokes. But, I mean,
You gotta have fun with it, though.
it's my thing is, not everybody really knows the perspective and the
Right.
whole thing. So I'm because I'm a mechanic and I've been a mechanic since I was a teenager. I've got that really point blank attitude about everything. So
You're not at all snarky, are you?
Oh no. But so I've actually got to check myself sometimes, and again, because of my upbringing, it's always very critical of people and all that stuff. So
Yeah.
Recently I've been kind of like, all right, gotta kind of keep it in check and remember that not everybody understands everything.
Oh,
Right,
yeah. Oh,
right,
yeah.
yeah.
And,
So
mhm.
and it's
Go ahead.
go ahead.
I was just gonna say I completely understand that because so I'm a Taurus and I'm a Gemini
I'm
on
like-
the Taurus cusp.
Oh,
Like,
dang.
yeah, like 1 degree,
seem
1 degree Gemini off of the Taurus cusp, and I.
Oh, there's no closed captioning tonight. Carl said there's no closed captioning.
Well, what's funny, Jeremiah, is I'm actually a Sagittarius on the Scorpio cusp. I call
Oh,
myself
wow.
I'm gonna call myself a Scorpitarius. I mean, it's literally whatever horoscope comes out. I'm either a Scorpio or a Sagittarius.
Oh my
Right,
God!
yeah,
He's a living, breathing linen combined. Because my son, Courtney, my son is a Sagittarius moon and a Scorpio. I'm sorry, Sagittarius sun with a Scorpio moon. You guys, you're literally like him, except combined in one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that sarcastic, snarky. I piss Stephanie off so bad sometimes because she does not handle sarcasm well.
I don't.
Oh, dude, trust me, I'm right there with you. Even at home, I've got to come off of the mechanic because all day long I'm giving people crap and I'm being really just snap wit. And I come home and she's like, "How was your day?" I'm like, "Great, honey."
Yeah, I do not, Pamela, I do not do well with the sarcasm. I don't. It's just not my thing. I don't know why, but I'm just not great with the sarcasm.
Yeah, Stephanie and I are very much alike. It seems like you and Jeremiah are alike.
It's
Elbowing
true.
Courtney a lot. I'm like, watch yourself.
So Pamela, what are you? What's your sign? Can you hear me?
Hello?
Can you hear me now?
There you are.
Hey, here I am.
I
Hey,
think it's our phone.
I don't know. What the hell? Anyways, I asked Pamela, when's your birthday? What's your sign?
What's your sign?
Oh, what's my sign? I am, Pisces, but then Aries sort of as well because, the whole rising and all of that other stuff.
Yes.
So I'm a Pisces, Aries. So, my mom always said I'm like boiling water.
Oh.
Because it's funny. It's like we have this thing in our family because I'm part Hungarian and then part indigenous. And so my dad's side of the family, they always said they had this thing called Hungarian rage. So I'll be like super cool and mellow and stuff like that, but then all of a sudden I'll just flip a switch and I'm like, "Brr."
And start impaling people.
So the air will come out, yeah. And I'm like, "Ooh, no." So
Hungarian rage. I love that. I wish I was Hungarian just so I could say that phrase. That's That's awesome. Yeah, I gotta say, like, listening to you two and everything, like, you guys are like it for each other. Like, you guys are just perfect. Sorry if I blasted your eardrum just now. You guys are like perfect for each other. Like, your energy like totally complements one another, and you guys are just incredible people. And I'm so glad we got to meet you. See, you'll forever be in our tribe, and you're forever gonna be having me bug you about making me shit.
Aw, you're so sweet.
Oh my god. Well, it's true. I'm a Sag. I don't lie. Just saying.
It's funny. It's like we've known each other since we were 14?
Yeah.
And he was my very first boyfriend. I was his very first girlfriend, and then we split for a while, got back together.
Oh.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's
So
awesome.
So we're like, we got it right the first time. We just had to go and,
have
he
some
had to go
life
make
experience.
2 babies, and then I got to be their mom, which is really dope. So I was
Hell
like, we
yeah.
just had a reason for that.
Oh, and isn't it incredible how, the more things that go on, it really gives you confirmation why you're in those children's lives.
Oh, yeah.
Well, the funny thing is that she set such a high bar that there was no other woman that could reach that point.
Right. Wow.
That's awesome.
That is so cool. I know, I gotta say, and I'm sure, Pamela, I'm sure you can relate to this, but being not a biological mother, but being a mom figure to a kid, it can be very challenging.
Yeah.
It can be very challenging because here you have this child who, with your own kids, they're half you, so you get them. But then when you start parenting a child you didn't give birth to, it's totally learning experience. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you have to learn to adapt and adjust things with parenting them. And, but yeah, so I can totally relate. Like, I love all my girls to death. It's just, part of them I didn't push out of my body, and so, but I still claim them. They're still mine.
Oh yeah, that's the same thing. It's funny. It's like Grace and Jaden. They'll make the same sort of dumb sound effects that I make. Like, it's funny because we've noticed so many similarities with each other. So I must have just blacked out or something for a while. I'm like, you guys are actually mine. Because their mom isn't really in the picture anymore. So that's sort of. So I've been able to kind of like take on that role, which is really cool. And
too, especially like if their biological mom's not involved, like you've really been able to foster a lot of things for those kids, and they will be so grateful, like, because Jeremiah, God, sometimes, girl, I'm sure you can relate. Sometimes I have cried and cried and cried and cried over, little tiffs that the girls and I get into. But in reality, it's like, wait a minute, like, no, like they really, really do, need me in their life. Like, and it's like simple things too. Like, just little things that they pick up on and that they do themselves that I do. And I'm like, oh my God, they are watching, like, oh, they are little sponges.
Yeah, totally. I mean, it's the same thing here. And it's cool because it's like, I'm really blessed to have 2 kids that are like super mature.
Oh yeah.
Really level-headed, really sweet, and like have good hearts to where it's like they're always being helpful.
Oh yeah.
You don't really have to ask. Like earlier today, Grace was just cleaning the house.
Yeah.
Like, what is, and it's cool because it's like we all have this really cool camaraderie. We all get along really well. Like, we'll be upstairs watching movies, and the kids will come up and like still want to hang out with us.
Oh, yes, I can relate to that.
Yeah, it's cool. Well, I mean, they're 16 and 17, and so we're like, that's pretty dope, So
oh yeah, and it's
we're pretty fortunate.
Yes, and and I'm thinking, because once we raise our kids, whatever path we set them on, it's like once they're an adult, like it's really a privilege to get to still have them involved in your life. Like, because once they're an adult, like if they don't want anything to do with you, they totally don't have to. You know what I'm saying? And so I look forward to, I don't want to rush time, but I do look forward to when the kids are all grown to see, what they end up doing and who makes us grandparents first and, all those things. But yeah, I just had to point that out that you guys complement each other so well. And, I always, from the beginning, like I've told Jeremiah and I, like, we've always played house. Like, I always feel like we have just played house, and and we still do. Like, I still feel like we're just playing house.
It does feel like that sometimes. It's like sometimes it doesn't really seem real, and you're just kind of like, because we had this whole long distance thing going on for the longest time, and so every now and then I kind of look over at him and I'm like, you're actually here, you know?
Oh my God, I say that too. Jeremiah, she just said sometimes she looks at Courtney and says, oh my God, you're really here. That sounds familiar, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Except my thing, I'll like touch him and be like, are you real? Are you a real person? You know, do you really exist? Like, you know, so do you believe you guys are twin flames? Can you hear me?
No, the phone. I believe it's on our end.
I said, what are you blowing in the mic for?
I'm testing. I'm seeing if I can get it to work. Never mind.
Okay.
I'll stop.
Well,
He's going to stop blowing the mic now. He's going to stop blowing the mic.
Jeremiah comes in perfectly clear.
Yes, it's like, it's perfect.
I think it's our phone.
I don't know. Let's just blame it on the mic, okay?
Try this now.
There you are.
Is that better? Can you hear me now?
Roughly the same.
Do you want me to talk into the mic?
We're picking up.
It's my voice.
Is it? Is it your voice? So, guys, this is funny, but a little
You
bit
will
ago,
not be denied.
a little bit ago, Jeremiah had to like literally type a message that said, "Oh, hey, Jennifer." Jennifer Green says hello.
Oh, hey.
He had to type a message on his phone that said, "You can talk in normal voice," and then it hit me. Oh, I'm not in mother mode, and I'm not at work mode where I talk to really deaf people, so I don't have to talk so loud. But, you know, I'm sure, you know, Courtney, since you work out in the public still, I'm sure that you can relate to, I don't know how it is where you work with masks, but I didn't realize how deaf I was until I can't see somebody's mouth moving.
You didn't realize what? I didn't catch up.
I didn't realize how deaf I was until I could not see people's lips moving when they speak because of the masks on.
Well, fortunately, when I'm actually in the actual shop, we're not required to wear a mask because the way our bays are set up, we're so far apart.
Gotcha.
But
Got that social distancing going on. Damn.
You
You know what, Pamela? I would give anything for you to be able to come down on October 10th and hang out with me one night. I think it would be so much fun.
Wow.
Oh my God, it's going to be a blast, and it would be a blast if you could make it down, but I know that would be one hell of a long trip just for one night.
Do it.
Yeah, definitely.
We'll do a road trip.
I mean, you totally could. You totally could. Courtney would have to go to work with Jeremiah or something because no men allowed, but I'm sure Courtney could go. I mean, if he works on bodies, you know, I mean, I'm just going to stop. I'm just going to stop there. I'm just auto bodies, that is, okay? Yeah, I'm just going to stop right there, not go any further, other than, Pamela, I would love it if you could come down Saturday, October the 10th, and hang out with me and a bunch of other amazing people.
I think we should do it.
Seriously consider it. And that's the one, like, downside that all of our amazing people, like, there's not a lot of them that live close to us, and so, there are some who are coming that I'm like so happy about, and they do not live close, and so it's just going to be a just amazing night. And you know, if you could make that happen, that would be incredible.
I think we could do that.
Yeah.
Oh my God, really?
I think we could do that.
Yeah, Jeremiah and I just go, fuck off somewhere.
If you're curious.
You know, I'm maybe I could call in sick to work that night or something.
If anybody from work is watching, he didn't say that.
Nope, I didn't say it. You don't know a thing.
You didn't hear a thing. Anyways, yeah, but yeah, I'm serious, Pamela. We
could do a cool ghost hunting night too. That'd be kind of fun.
That would be cool.
Oh, yes.
I've always wanted to do one of those. My older sister is really into like ghost hunting and doing all this like seancing sort of stuff and all that. Like she hangs out with this guy that has a podcast about aliens and the paranormal and stuff like that, and he's been doing that forever. And so they used to go into places with like all these recorders and all this equipment and stuff. And so I'm like, man,
hell yeah,
I want to tag along, but I don't want to be the nerdy sister that tags along like I'm hanging out with my older sister, you know. So I got to get my own ghost hunting troop, you know.
Yes, you can totally be part of our troop.
Yep,
Pamela and Courtney.
We can make that happen.
Yes, we can totally make that happen. Oh, so speaking of paranormal, where you guys live, do you experience...
We're going to talk offline about that. We'll make it happen.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes, we'll talk offline because it's not appropriate for me to talk about what's going on on October the 10th. Some of the people watching already know what I'm talking about. Not everybody, though, just because I don't think that it would be smart to publicly announce what's going to happen.
We live in. Sorry, we're reading the subtitles because Stephanie's still really hard to hear.
Damn it, man!
St. Louis.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, barely.
Damn.
It's.
I wonder what
Everything's just haunted. I don't know. It's fine.
Well, so speaking of haunting, can you guys hear me at this octave?
It's almost like you just cut out every now and then, so we'll just keep rolling with it.
Okay, we're just gonna go with it, and I'll just kind of move forward in slow motion so the closed caption.
Live TV, everyone.
There we go. There we go. So what I was going to say is, speaking of paranormal, in your guys' house, have you experienced anything paranormal?
Oh my gosh. Yeah. No. So we have a house ghost that
Ooh.
funny. We've had a lot of psychics that have like picked up on it because we went to there was some sort of psychic fair or something like that here in St. Louis. It was at one of the metaphysical shops or something. They had all these different psychics that were sitting there, and my daughter Grace wanted to get a reading, and so I sat down with her. And then the lady, completely unprompted, she's like, "Hey, you know you have a ghost in your house, right?"
What?
Yeah.
And Grace and I looked at each other like, "Oh shit," you know. And they're like, "Oh, but they're friendly, so it's okay."
Wow.
So, but I mean, I knew that because I lived in this house before they did, and there was all kinds of weird stuff that happened. Sandra is also a he. So Grace.
Her full name is Sandra Bullock. We'll get into that later.
Grace wanted to be Sandra Bullock after watching Practical Magic.
She's not
She's
dead
Sandra
yet,
Bullock
right?
Is haunting our house.
Oh,
So-
gotcha. I'm like, this is a
funny
premonition
joke
here.
that, like, she wanted to put a name to it.
Okay, I love it.
No,
Yeah,
the
Practical
great-
Magic, such a great movie.
Well, the great thing is it doesn't seem to offend because there's been like no negative energies. I mean, we'll hear just the occasional knock or something like that, or something will get moved.
He does all kinds of stuff.
And we'll just be like, "Oh, Sandra, stop screwing around," and you know.
He's
Right.
like the house ferret. He takes stuff. It seems like I don't know.
I appreciate the fact that it's a he, but his name is Sandra Bullock. I love it. That's great.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did have a brief moment where the Fae were messing with us real bad, but
Yeah, we always have that. But no, it's fun. It's like I've always, because it does get kind of intense sometimes, and like we've seen stuff, we've heard stuff, all of that, and we've had some friends that are like, "Hey, can we come in and like record or do something or whatever?" And I'm always like, I don't want to disturb him. Like he's pretty cool, he's pretty chill, he's nice, So I'm like, I don't want to mess anything up. But then I feel like if I'm part of that, then it might be okay.
yeah.
Right.
He seems,
He's just like a super chill roommate.
he's
There
like
we
a
go.
ghost cat.
See, we
He's
have an
just like
extra child, guys. We have an extra child in our house. So, and we actually invited her to come with us when we moved because this sounds silly, but we actually kind of felt bad for leaving her because she really got attached to our kids and us. And so, yeah, we totally invited her to come with us, and she totally rode in a dish soap skull. Like, it's like this clear glass, like, mason jar that I turned into a soap dispenser. And so, yeah, we totally were like, hey, you can totally ride with us in this if you want to come live with us at our new place. And she totally must have because she's still with us.
Yeah. She causes a little havoc every once in a while, but mainly that's just with the kids because they get used to not really experiencing her, and then all of a sudden she's like, wow, here I am. And
oh yeah, and then you get the, oh my god, I swear to god somebody was just right behind me. Nope, nobody's there. Oh my god, I swear somebody just touched my shoulder. Nope, nobody's there. So speaking of the Fae, have you guys ever considered selling hagstones? Or maybe you do. They're
What
reading.
was that last part?
Have you guys ever considered selling hagstones? Or maybe you already do.
I still couldn't hear that.
have you ever considered selling hagstones?
Oh, hagstones. I haven't found any.
Oh!
I've never found a hagstone.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah. I'm always kind of like on the lookout trying to see, there's a lot of geodes around here in Missouri, which is really cool. Yeah, we actually found a bunch of really big ones in our backyard, which is pretty dope.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. We were sitting there, like I was getting in my car, and then we have this big retaining wall, and I dropped something, or I was pouring something out.
Pour coffee out.
Yeah, I had my coffee too full, and so I poured, like a Hoosier, I poured it out in the retaining wall, because I'm like, I don't want to just swig this because it's too hot. But then I looked down, and I was like, what's that sparkly thing? but I was late for work at the time, and so I kind of started poking it. I was like, I think that's a geode. So all day it was bugging me, and I'm like, I need to go back home and check on the rocks. So as soon as I came home, I dug that sucker out, and it's a huge, like...
It ended up being like a 30-pound geode.
It's like the size of my head.
And it's not
my God.
The whole retaining wall is full of...
Yeah, there's a bunch of them in there. So I don't know if they used some sort of, like fill that had a bunch of, geodes in it, but...
Wow.
That's just kind of how it is in Missouri. It's cool. So if you go into like creeks and stuff like that, because there was a creek that ran through our backyard, I guess they filled it, and I'm kind of wondering if maybe that's why.
Maybe.
But you'll just find all of these geodes everywhere.
Yeah, that whole area out there, all the way down through Arkansas, is very mineral rich. So yeah, that's awesome.
Oh, that's so cool.
I know.
That's like over at our farm. We have a farm in Kansas. Anyways, nobody like lives there, but it's like been in my family for a really long time, and there's a house out there and a lake and everything. And anyways, there's a creek down there, and my aunt, when I was growing up and everything, like she had the best luck with finding hagstones, which I didn't know back in the day when I was little. I didn't know that there's a name for those with rock, it's called a hagstone. We just call them, cool rocks with holes. But yeah, she just had this really incredible talent of just like finding them. And I'm sure she's got like a ton of them. But next time we go to the farm, if I find some, I will mail them to you guys so you have some.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Yes. We should totally, you know how they have like monthly subscriptions to things? We should just totally exchange addresses, and I'll mail you shit and you can mail us shit every month. It would be great. And it's not coming from China.
I don't remember what it was. We were talking about being like the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, but it was like, I think we were talking about like big rocks or something like that.
Ooh, yeah. I like that play on words, by the way.
We need to go in on something. It was something really big. I don't remember what the heck it was. Oh, crap. But we could do something like that. We'll just do like all these, little care packages.
Oh my God, let's do it! I am so down for this.
That's awesome.
Jeremiah's going, oh fuck.
Yeah, I got some candles.
I'm so down for this.
It's like metaphysical drug dealing.
Yes,
it is,
and it's legal. That's the best part. It's legal. We're not shipping body parts, people. No real bones, okay? Just really cool smelling good stuff. I love it. I don't know about you. I'm sure you're like this too, Pamela and Courtney. But like,
what was that?
I said I'm sure you guys are like this too. But I thoroughly enjoy getting a good package in the mail. I do.
Yes, she really did just say that.
I do. I love it when I get a good package in the mail, man. And it's the anticipation, from Rocky Horror Picture Show. Anticipation. I told my husband the other night, I said, just FYI, if you ever use the word anticipation, I literally will be sitting there envisioning Dr. Frankenfurter saying anticipation.
Oh
and
God.
Yeah, I will. That's what's on my mind whenever I hear the word anticipation.
That's hilarious.
Yes, it is. Gotta love Tim Curry. Is he still alive?
Yeah.
Is he?
Doesn't he have like some serious health problems or something?
I think he had like I don't know what it was, but he's like in a wheelchair now or something like that. But
I feel like he grew legs or wheels.
I don't know.
Or he's in a wheelchair. That's what I meant to say. That was a bad joke.
God.
I'm not even drinking, guys. Oh, dear God. Anyways, so I'm going to let Jeremiah talk to you for a minute. I got to step away for a second, but don't worry. I'll be back.
So.
You take over, honey.
Hey, so I can have the good mic now, huh?
Yes.
There we go.
All right. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, when it comes to Jeremiah, we have absolutely no problem.
It's got to be the voice thing, I guess. I don't know.
What's crazy is I'm watching the live feed at the same time, so I'm like 5 to 10 seconds behind. So I'm just now catching up on that whole joke you guys are doing. Story of my life, I'm always 5 seconds too late to a joke.
Well, I mean that's that. Yeah, I get that too. I'm not quick-witted. I wish I was.
Am I quick-witted?
Hey, you got those killer dad jokes, though. You know.
Who, me or him?
Oh, you.
Oh, me?
Oh my
kids
gosh.
roll their eyes all the time.
Yeah, my kids hate me.
You're just working.
Oh my gosh.
Just random stupid joke.
So, let's see here. It is 8:23. Okay, so we got just a few minutes left. Do you guys have a website?
We do, yeah. It's oakgrovemercantile.com.
Oakgrovemercantile.com. Very cool.
So yeah, you can shoot over to our Etsy site from there. We're also opening a Shopify store. So it'll be like a Shopify page, but then in that will also be like a blog. So we're going to talk about like different kinds of, things with tarot and oracle decks and stuff like that, because we're working on a companion book for Territorial. And then we're going to be working on another sort of Territorial-like thing for an oracle deck. And then we're trying to work on something for runes.
Very cool.
That one's going to be harder, I think.
Yeah, sorry we're edging in on your turf.
No, you're fine. You're fine. If you guys need any help or collaboration with that, just let me know. I'd be happy to help.
Yeah, that would be dope.
You would be the first person I talk to.
Yeah. But
But
we're trying to
yeah,
find ways to make things like this accessible. So it's like even like having a website that people can go to sort of reference a lot of this stuff. So it's going to be even more than just sort of selling different wares and things like that. It's going to be more educational and stuff about us and all that other nonsense. Yeah.
that's awesome. That's awesome. Very
So,
cool.
Now that I'm not working full time with the whole marketing gig that I was doing, now I'm doing Oak Grove full time. I can devote more to that, so that should be coming a lot faster than we had hoped before, which is cool.
Awesome. I have a lot of that kind of trouble with our business, Hugin's Nest, because of the we're still both working full time, so it's
Oh yeah.
and I have more time to lend to it than the average Joe, probably because I work night shift. But still, it's still very limiting. But one of these days we'll get back up to where we want. So but that's awesome. Do you guys have anything else that you want to say or plug or anything?
I don't know. Let's see what else.
No, I can't really think of anything off the top of my head.
We're just a bunch of geeks
We're just basically
that make candles and stuff.
I mean, we're just a couple of nerds. That's basically.
That's where I was like, it was funny because when you guys invited us to the podcast, Courtney and I looked at each other like, what are we going to talk
I
about?
was like, I am the most boring person on planet Earth.
Like, we're a bunch of dorks.
That's okay though, because Steph and I are in the same boat, and the vast majority of the people watching are in the same boat. So, it's just like a bunch of nerds getting together. So there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, a bunch of nerds saying nerd stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Steph did want me to bring up tarot readings. Do you do readings?
I do, but I've never done any like on a widespread sort of scale. But everybody keeps telling me that they want me to.
You had a reading the other day, and
it was actually Lena.
Yeah,
She's
Lena,
probably
Lena
watching.
basically told you that.
She's like, "Oh, you have a gift, and you have all this other stuff," and I was like, "Nah." But everybody keeps saying that, and so I'm like, maybe I should start.
You can only run from it for so long.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why. That's why I'm gradually putting together my bone set so I can start throwing. But I mean, that's tedious. That's letting things come to me rather than just
right. Yeah, letting things come and asking permission to use it, and yeah, I'm kind of going through. I've got a reading that I've been working on, a reading type that I've been working on developing for about the last 6 to 8 months, maybe longer than that by now. But it incorporates the runes, bones, and tarot, and it's very complicated, but it is. I tried one the other night for the first time, and I'm on someone besides me, and it went very, very well.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome.
The dead mic. Is the dead mic still dead?
Here.
No, that's awesome. I mean, it's cool when you can kind of see that stuff come into fruition, and
Right.
it resonates and things like that, and that's awesome.
Yeah, but I kind of got sidetracked, and I'll drink to that. But
I think that you've caused your own drinks tonight more than I've caused them.
I don't think so, but
I
maybe
can be
getting
hopeful.
close.
I can be
But
hopeful.
I said all that to explain that I do understand about gathering the bone set.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
it takes time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does.
But no,
Go ahead.
basically, Pam hasn't really done public readings. To go back to your original question, she's contemplating it. She's trying to build the nerve up, and people.
Well, I've
keep
always
telling
done them
her.
for like friends and stuff. I feel weird charging for it. Not that anybody should feel weird for charging for it, but I'm always kind of like, I just make candles and I make, so I have this terrible imposter syndrome constantly. And so I'm kind of fighting that, but it's sort of, whenever I do a reading for someone, just, for shits and giggles and it resonates, I'm like, oh, that's really cool. And they're like, you should do readings. And I'm like, ugh. And I get all freaked out.
Pamela, I got to tell
keep
you,
taking myself out.
I guarantee you that every single person that charges for readings probably feels the same. That it's kind of like, God, I feel guilty charging, but you got to pay the bills. And if you're good at it, don't do it for free.
so
Yeah.
Except for your friends like me.
I'll tell you from my own experience. Every time I sit down at the reading table, well, almost every time I sit down at the reading table, it doesn't matter how often it's been or how far in between it's been. I feel like a fraud.
Really?
Yep. Until I sit down and I get energy started moving, and then it
flows. It flows.
Yeah, it just but it takes a little bit for it to actually get started.
Yeah.
No, what's crazy is when we were at that first event where we all met, I didn't think that, you had any problems with it. It's just like, it seemed like it was so natural to you, and everybody was always just sitting there going, oh my God, he's got, he's great energy. He's really great at this and stuff. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, speaking of energy, it's interesting you bring that up, because I can't tell you how many people would come to our booth and just gravitate in there, because they would flat out say, like, God, your guys' energy is just so different. And and I have to say, like, I feel the same about you two. Like, when we met you, it's just like this incredible pull that you just have with people. And I mean, maybe it's a little witchy, I don't know, but it's still it's this incredible, rare, authentic energy, and you guys have it. You guys have the it factor when it comes to that. And
Absolutely.
I just totally I think that in this community, that's such a people that come into fairs that aren't used to being around people like us and you guys, it's refreshing to them. I believe that they really just get this just, like I said, this just genuine authenticity with people that you don't find a lot. And it's I always felt like it was a huge compliment when people would tell us that. And anyway, so I have to throw this out there too. Do you ever do anything with like skulls or specifically teeth? Do you ever incorporate teeth into anything you make?
Incorporate teeth?
She has to ask this of pretty much everyone.
Yes.
She'll explain.
If we incorporate teeth?
Yes, so like specifically like
We all looked at each other like, what the
so let me elaborate. So I've had this dream of like learning to read teeth, and I just feel very drawn to extracting the teeth on my own, not my teeth.
Like you would read bones, Courtney.
Yeah, like you would read bones. Like I want to get me a good set of teeth and and read them, like learn how to intuitively read a set of teeth. And I've been drawn to this idea, and I'm working on extracting enough teeth to come up with a set to be able to use for readings. But the really hard part about extracting teeth out of a skull, not human, I have to say that, is...
And not living.
And not living is... and not my own children's either, okay? One time I was like, man, it'd be so cool to, like, you know, save the baby teeth. And then I'm like, wait, no, that's probably not a good idea. Because that's very, you know, like that energy right there. No, definitely not a good idea. I should dress up as the Tooth Fairy for Halloween. That's what I should dress up as. I just had an epiphany. I think I might just dress up as the Tooth Fairy for Halloween.
I think I just killed a whole beer.
But anyways, but yeah, seriously,
You know,
guys.
honestly.
I mean, there's
So
nothing.
no. There's this person. So there's another podcast called the Witch Bitch Amateur Hour, and I've met a lot of really cool people through that that Facebook page that they have for that. There's one woman on there named Kim who does a lot of stuff with like bones, and she like raises tarantulas, and she's just super freaking cool.
Sounds like my kind of woman. Sounds
she
like
might do
my
stuff
kind of
with
woman.
teeth. So I might hook you with Kim and see, because I mean she lives out in Arizona and has like all of this access to all of this cool wildlife and stuff like that.
Oh, wow.
So, you know, I think she might, like, I know she was talking about like how to cleanse bones and things like that. So she
Ooh.
might have access to teeth, because she's always doing cool stuff. And she does her own jewelry. Like she does, it's Clever Kim's Curios. If anybody wants to check it out.
Ooh,
I'm
send
giving
me
her
a
plug
link.
because she's that dope.
She has a Facebook page, doesn't she?
Yeah, she does. She has
I
all
think
kinds-
I've come across
Why
that by
have I
accident
never
before.
heard of this? Why have I never heard of this?
Yeah, I mean, she's on Facebook, she's on Etsy, she's on Instagram, she's got all kinds of stuff. I mean, I can link it in this, in the video once we're done here.
Oh my God! Yes,
But
yeah,
she
please
does
do.
such cool stuff. Like she does rings with, I almost said vampire fangs, dipshit. Tarantula fangs.
Ooh.
Yeah, she does the coolest stuff.
Oh, so guys, I have the best like news. So years ago, I had a pet tarantula. My daughter Bella named her or him. I still don't know what it was, but it's dead now. But anyways, and it wasn't me that killed it. It had to go live somewhere else for a while, and the person who was taking care of it forgot to turn the heat lamp on, so it died. I'm glad I didn't see that death. Anyways, it was a huge Chilean rosehair tarantula, and my daughter Bella named it Elizabeth. Why? I don't know, but she did. So Elizabeth the tarantula, and I'm telling you, like, I would hold the spider. I thought it was the coolest pet in the world, and I'm like, I have learned that a spider is one of my familiars. Okay. And so,
Nice.
Did you catch that? I didn't say spirit animal. I said familiar. Okay. And so I'm like determined, and I feel like it's in our destiny that, or eventually we will have another pet tarantula. It's just kind of like, or not necessarily even like just a pet spider. But one of the girls, I almost fell over, Pamela, because one of the girls who's like deathly afraid of spiders came up to me one day, said, I think I'm ready for us to have a tarantula now. And I'm like, oh my God, are you serious right now? Like, oh, let's go buy the cage, let's go do it. Like, we got to take advantage of the situation. I'm an opportunist with the children. And, so I am determined to get myself another pet spider. There's so many cool, like, tarantulas you can find.
You should do it.
Well, hopefully, because I don't think I'm going to sell Pamela now, because we barely got the ball python that we have.
Nope. That's all you guys. That is all you guys. I don't do snakes, people. I do not do
man.
snakes.
Snakes
No.
are cool.
Snakes
No. They creep me out so bad because every time I see a snake, you remember that movie, You remember that movie, The Ruins? Not Ruins. The Ruins?
I haven't seen that.
Oh my God. Well, it's about this like these kids who take a trip to, an island, and then of course they get like the local travel guide that takes them to these ruins, and all of a sudden these, like, spoiler alert by the way, all of a sudden these like parasite creature things like get under their skin, and they're like slithering around under their skin, and then the girl like takes a knife and chops up her body trying to get them out of her body, but every time I see a snake move, all I can think about is, holy fuck, that's gonna get into my ear or something.
Oh my God.
And
So you've made snakes and parasites on the same sort of wavelength.
So, so you really should have seen it the other night, guys, when I found two.
Oh, and then in the garage?
Yeah, out in the garage, I found two little brown earth snakes about one was about 3 inches long. The other one was about 5 inches long.
No.
Nice.
And I got them in a little, well, the only thing I could find was a pitcher.
Right.
And I took them inside and showed them to Steph, and she about crawled out of her skin.
So
And
so basically, if we brought our 3-foot python to visit with you guys, that would be a good idea.
Well, yeah, she probably would crawl out of her skin with that.
Hold on.
Come on, it's small.
Although I can't swear to you about big snakes because I've had one encounter with a big snake, and it was over at the farm when I was growing up, and my grandma, bless her heart, she hated snakes. Wow, the apple didn't fall far from the tree now, did it? Anyways, now I know as an adult why she always carried a walking stick with her over there. It wasn't because she needed help walking. It was because in case there was a goddamn snake available, she could whack it, save the day. Anyways, I'll never forget, I was up on the deck, and there was this crate upside down, and I moved it, and there was a big black snake wrapped, like coiled up, sleeping or doing whatever snakes do. And I kind of like yelled, and my grandma came out, and I like froze. She's like, and she went all grandma, and got the walking stick and like tried to shoo it off of the porch, But yeah, it was so I can't really swear to you how I would respond to a big snake, but yeah, little snakes, Pamela, you're totally right. I equate them to parasites, and all I can think is they're going to get under my skin and take over, like the monsters inside me, the little parasites getting in the eyeballs from contacts, I will never wear contacts if I ever had to have glasses. Hell no.
God.
Man.
I don't know if maybe in a past life I was a snake charmer and then one ate me or something. I don't know, but I do not have an affinity for snakes, which is so odd because growing up I loved plastic snakes. I had a reptile collection, like toys, and I had tons of snakes, but as an adult I've just kind of developed this no use for a snake. Hell no.
No nope ropes, huh?
Well, if it makes you feel any better, Steph, I'm actually afraid of gray aliens.
Oh, yeah, I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about that, man. The thought of an alien that's like a snake, oh, God, that would be like the epitome of terror for me, other than going to the dentist. But yeah.
So if it was a snake with a gray head?
Oh, man.
Oh, no, thank you. Or even people...
You're welcome for those really messed up dreams.
Oh, my God. So, or even, I lost my train of thought. Yeah, even if a human gets the snake contact eyes, nope, not interested. I'm not a fan of those either.
That cracks me up that you're cool with tarantulas.
I know.
Snakes are like a no.
I think it's the leg thing because I think it's okay. I think it's the leg thing because if you think about it, a lizard is basically a snake with legs, So
it's just unnatural.
Yeah, exactly. It's just kind of like a permanently missing extremities or whatever. But I don't know, man. I am not a fan of snakes. We've established that multiple times here. So on that note, I think we better wrap this phone call up. This has been an incredible conversation.
We gotta go. I'm talking about gross.
I'm probably gonna have nightmares about a snake devouring me now, Courtney. Or Dude, I think the worst would be sleep paralysis with a fucking snake coming towards me. Oh, God. I just hope I didn't manifest my own nightmare.
I'll send you funny cat gifts after.
There we go. We go. I hope I didn't manifest my own sleep paralysis experience.
Oh, no.
I would be happy to get any pictures of your snake because I love snakes.
Yes.
Snakes
but
are cool.
That's, the rest of it's all on Stephanie, so.
Yes. Well, guys, this has been a fantastic conversation. We love you guys so much. And I'm serious, about October 10th. If you all feel the need to take a road trip, you're welcome to come down. We can get you hooked if you want to stay for the weekend or whatever you want to do. We can get you hooked up with, somewhere to stay because unfortunately we don't have a ton of room. We've got bunk beds, but anyways, And then, yes.
We can work something out.
Oh, yeah.
so.
Oh, yeah. Totally
There we
could. We got air mattresses, I'm sure. Anyways, and we do have television, so, well, Netflix, so there's a thing. And it would be a blast if you guys came down. We need to get together for sure, other than just once in, every 3 decades or whatever it was, But yeah, let's become like, let's get Esty involved, and let's 3 become like,
Esty was on a while ago.
let's 3 become, the 3 addresses become like a monthly
There we go.
surprise box, like a constant
it.
rotation. Let's pick a day. Let's pick a day a month, and we'll ship some shit to each one of you. That'll be fun.
Maybe we could all do some collaboration on a subscription box or something.
Ooh, that's a cool idea.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Well, guys, this has been, yes. Oh my God. So this has been great. Thank you so much for coming on. And Carl said, only good snake is far away from me or dead, LOL.
No more talking about snakes.
Yeah, we're over the snake topic. It's been dead long time ago. Anyways, well, you guys take care, be safe, and what else, Jeremiah? What else do you have to say?
We'll be touching base with you guys about some of this stuff.
Oh,
Yeah,
for sure,
absolutely.
for sure. This has been so much fun. We're going to have to do it again and again and
That'd
again
be
and
awesome.
again. An infinity sign, yes. Forever and ever.
All right, guys. You guys have a great week. Thank you for coming on with us tonight, and yeah, we'll have to do this again and catch up.
sounds good.
See what kind of new stuff you have coming on.
Oh, yeah.
That sounds good. Thanks for having us.
Absolutely.
All right.
Uh,
See you guys.
Bye.
We'll talk to y'all later.
All right. Bye.
Oh my God, that was so much fun.
Yeah, that was. They're always awesome.
Oh yeah.
Okay, you can use your microphone again.
Is it working now?
It was working for the people out in podcast land a while ago. It just wasn't working over the phone for some reason.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that.
That's
so-
weird.
so I'll have to do some playing and testing with that. I don't know.
Oh my God, I totally want to Facebook stock their shop and just have like an unlimited amount of money to spend, because I could totally fill our house with their
Well,
stuff.
I'm not gonna. You can't have an unlimited
I know.
amount of money to spend.
I
Not
know.
until we win the lottery.
You know, my dad asked me the other day, well, if you can manifest things, why haven't you manifested winning the lottery? And I said, I quit playing. I gave up. I've spent my $2 a week for a long time. So, yeah. This has been a really fun show tonight.
It has.
I had a blast. So next week, like I said, that's going to be... Did we talk about next week? No, we haven't. We talked about that off camera. So, guys, next week, we have a very unique guest on. He is...
All your idea.
Yes. And I'm actually got to say, and I'm very, very curious. My curiosity is peaked as high as it can go with this next week's
I have
conversation.
to admit, mine is too. So.
Yeah. So basically, his name is Bub. I don't believe that's his actual legal name, but he goes by Bub, B-U-B, and he actually is I don't even know what you call it. He's the guy.
He transports dead bodies for a living.
Yes, but specifically, if I remember correctly, he transports parts of people and scrapes parts up off of the road.
Well,
that
he
there's
does
been-
like crime scene cleanup and
Yep,
stuff like
yep,
that
yep,
as well. And
Yeah, so it's going to be a really, really interesting
could be a little
conversation.
macabre.
Oh, that's a great word, by the way.
I know, right?
I literally was picturing a corn on the cob, but yes, that's a great word.
Oh
Anyways,
my!
back on track. Take a drink for me, please.
Have a drink on
Have a drink on me. Anyways, yeah. So his name's Bub. He's coming on. It's going to be
I need a button, a red button right here. Every time I push it, it says, or every time someone pushes it, it says, "Have a drink on me."
Oh my God.
You know, like the AC/DC song.
Oh my God. There you go. I need to find you a lighter that says that or
Right?
something, or a t-shirt or something. Yeah. So anyway, yep, next week, Bub is going to be our guest. It's going to be a very, very enlightening, interesting conversation.
Yeah, should be interesting
And-
to say the least.
Oh, I'm sure he's got stories. Oh my God. I'm sure he has stories.
Yeah.
And I have to say, well, I can't say. Never mind. I can't even go there. But I will say that the interaction that I have had with him, I just hats off to people who can do that, because, you know, I work with the living and the dead, but not remains, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm so excited about next week's show. It's going to be a ton of fun. And, well, I don't know if fun is the word, but it's going to be very
Yeah, it should be interesting.
Yeah, to say the least.
So,
Absolutely. So check us out next Monday. If you know anybody else who's curious about dead bodies and, you know, anything.
macabre things like that.
Yes,
There's that word again.
Yes. Yes. Not corn on the cob, by the way. Anyways, yeah. Well, you guys.
And don't forget to check out the slogan contest.
Yes, please, please, please.
And be on the lookout for announcements for the upcoming events in late November.
Late November. Mm-hmm.
More details about September.
Yep.
September 19th.
Darkness
the
Tavern.
Darkness Tavern. And then there will be also the October and November Darkness Taverns, you know, that will be getting planned out as well. So
Yes. Lots of
we're
good things
excited
in
about
store.
all of that.
Yes. Yeah, we are. And yeah, this has been a lot of fun. Thank you guys for watching. We went over what's new. I don't think we should have like a set time limit, because
No.
I don't do well with limits.
I don't think anyone would have guessed that.
I know, right? Yeah. So guys, don't forget, check out their Etsy, Facebook, all that stuff for Oak Grove Mercantile.
We'll get
We
their
will-
info posted in the video description, and so you guys can check it all out.
I'm serious, guys. Like, it's incredible stuff. Like, the candles. I mean, I burned up the candles I had really fast because they smelled so good and they permeated the house so well.
It does, and it not only are they visually attractive. They, you know, like I said
And they
a while
smell
ago,
good.
it looks like a dessert. I wanted to eat it. I'm serious.
I know. That's why she had to put
But
the
at the
warning.
same time, it smells so good, and the energy from them is amazing.
Yeah.
It really is. So
And that tarot deck, I really want to get my hands on one because, you know, tarot is overwhelming because there's so much to learn. And, you know, if you're not as much of a visual, intuitive person, it is helpful to know what the cards mean, you know?
Right, yeah,
It's like
yeah.
I've pretty well gotten the major arcana down for what they mean, but the rest of them, oh boy, that's
Yeah.
a lot of cards to
Yeah.
learn, you know? I mean, so anyways, well, we're going to get off of here. Check it out next Monday night, and we will see you guys then. So until after August 31st,
don't be afraid of the dark.
be afraid of the dark. You guys have a good night. Bye.